Meet Jackie and her son Cameron, who is in Cleveland Sight Center's Bright Futures Early Intervention Program.
Hi, Cam. Eyeliner. How are you? Did you have a cookie?
No.
You didn't. Cameron was diagnosed with a visual impairment at about 4 or 5 months. We noticed his eyes would shake horizontally. He has acromeotopsia. Only about 1 in 33,000 people are diagnosed with that.
Early intervention is the ability to serve families that have children from birth to 3 years of age, children that have a diagnosed disability or even a concern of a disability, that we can go and help intervene and give information and come up with strategies to deal with possible developmental delays due to those disabilities. Children in our early intervention program learn a multitude of skills. 80% of what we learn and what we know as adults, we have learned through our sense of vision. If a child comes to us with a visual impairment, that means that in some way their vision is diminished, and we need to help them learn to develop the vision they do have and to compensate for the vision they don't have. Depending on the assessment and each child's needs will determine what services they receive.
Since Cameron started the Cleveland Sight Center, he's a lot better with routine because we come here and you do a routine, so you're familiar with things, you know what's next, you know what to expect. He's singing songs at home. I think it's helped with his memorization of ABCs and counting, working with colors and shapes and just different objects and textures. I really enjoy it too. It's like therapy for me because the kids are in the room for an hour together and then we go out for an hour, and it's very helpful to sit with other moms and we discuss concerns and issues, and to have that support. And it's very surprising because you actually get emotional, and it's opened up a lot of things, and they work really well with our Help Me Grow coordinators, with our doctors. Anytime I've had a question, they've been very helpful and have gone out of their way. I could tell they're very dedicated. They help you so much where it's like I could just, they tell you what's the next step. It's just been a phenomenal program, and I would have liked to have known about all these resources earlier.
And to think that sometimes the diagnosis or the prognosis can be so different than what the actual outcome is, which is why I personally feel so impassioned by early intervention. This is our opportunity. This is our window to make a difference in these children's lives and with their families, with the people who mean the most to them. I want to see bright, bright futures for all of these children, and the best way I know how to make that happen is to do everything I can for them today, because research shows the dollars we spend today are well spent and don't need to be spent again in the future.
My goals and dreams for Cameron's future is for him to know that he can do whatever he wants. The sky's the limit, and I'm not going to let any little thing stop him. I'm always going to push him to go forward, and I think most of us, the moms here and the teachers, agree, is to, have our kids reach their full potential. And you can do whatever you want. You just find a different way to do it. When there's an obstacle, you find a way to go over it, under it, around it, whatever. And I think encouraging them to let them know they could do that, and they'll do it. They'll fly.